Hey gamers, if you've ever wanted to work in the game development industry, this game is for you. My name is Corey Sattermo. I'll be reviewing Game Dev Story for the iPhone and version 1.0. Developed by Microsoft, Game Dev Story is pretty much the game to play if one has ever wanted to develop video games, market it, and see how it sells. This game puts you in charge of your own development studio and all the responsibilities that come with it. In this simulation game, you are tasked with hiring and firing employees, producing many different genres of video games on a wide range of platforms that closely resemble many true-to-life gaming consoles. Decide on budget projections with development cost. Market and advertise your studio's company awareness and game franchises, and attend gaming expos along with award ceremonies. This game takes you through the whole process of making a successful game. You're basically the developer, the public relations spokesperson, the human relation manager, the director, and the accountant. All vital to the success or failure of the games you make and the contracts you take on with your development studio. You start out with a small 4-person development studio, and through a 20-year game time span, become a huge studio with many employees and multi-million-dollar budget games. You even have the option, once your studio is large enough, to develop your own hardware platform to produce games on. The graphics are simple and the art direction is great with its cartoony style. It's unfortunate though that the game does not fill up the entire iPhone screen, nor is it in Retina display for those iPhone 4 users. The gameplay is incredibly addictive, and after a confusing learning experience with little to no tutorial, the game does feel pretty straightforward. Decide on a genre, allocate your development points into certain gameplay categories, rinse and repeat, which you'll be doing a lot of as the game takes a lot of repetitiveness, especially in later eras when you push 5 to 6 games out a year. Speaking of repetitiveness, the music and sound effects get old fast. I found myself keeping the mute option on most of the time. What I really loved though was all the similarities to real game development industry. Many of the platforms you develop on are basically knockoff versions of the consoles released throughout the gaming history. Like you'll see Nintendo's products like the iNES or Sony's PlayStation. If you know your gaming history well, you'll know which platform will be successful and thus have a better chance of selling your game. I love how you can attend E3 or Tokyo Game Like expos and hire booth babes. The main objective of this game is to achieve the most Game of the Year awards over the 20-year cycle. Finding the right combination of game genre and game type, along with what is popular at the time, is key to success. Once a game has gone gold, it is then reviewed by the gaming critics, and if a game is critically acclaimed, a video game magazine may write about it. Does it all seem familiar? If you're really into the whole video game industry, then you may stick with Game Dev Story. As for others, the slow-paced nature may be too much to handle. I've also noticed that once you have a large studio with highly skilled employees, the game gets a bit too easy. I never found one of my games completely bomb on the sales chart, and it partially takes some of the fun out of the way from the risk of producing a title. A few other knocks is I have noticed that this game does not support fast app switching, and there's only one save slot. Also, towards the later eras, the release of new gaming platforms are far and few. But having said everything, this game is still pretty great. There's a lot of stats and nuances that really add to the depth. This game is highly addictive. I spent many sleepless nights playing this game to the wee hours of the morning, and I highly recommend this game for all those gamers out there with aspirations of ever making a game. This is a simulation game done right. One of my favorite games for the iPhone this year. For my final review for Game Dev Story, I'm giving it an B+. Go check out Game Dev Story for the iPhone, and that is it for my iPhone game review.